Before we get started mixing the audio, there is one thing that I actually jumped out at me that I did want to point out to you guys real quick. I'm going to go ahead and load up the video that we're going to be working on today that a different editor did, and I want you to see if something jumps out at you here.
I knew that abundant thinkers, prosperous people, successful people were doing something that I wasn't doing.
Did you catch it? Did you catch it? Here, I'll play it one more time and you let me know if you catch it.
I knew that abundant thinkers, prosperous people.
The woman misspoke. She said prosperous. Prosperous isn't a word.
prosperous people.
The reason I bring this up is because when you're editing to the length of your music. Once you start adding music into a project, ultimately you kind of want to have your video edited to the length that you want it to be at before you start doing all the audio editing. That way you're making your music the right length. That way the music plays out when the outro starts. So right on the front end, the best move to make is make sure your video is edited the length you want it to be before you start messing with adding music. So I'm going to go through this video real quick and I'm just going to see if anything jumps out at me like this. Okay, so let's take this guy, let's render it out. I'm going to hit Control M on my keyboard and it's going to pull up render, and then I'm going to change it from H.264 to a format of waveform audio. Then I want to come down here and I want to make sure that where it says 16-bit, I'm doing a 32-bit floating point. That's just the highest audio quality you're going to get. It's going to be a beautiful thing if you go ahead and do that. Blah, blah, blah. Moving on. Save. Export. Renders are going to go super fast when you're working with audio, and that's a beautiful thing. Let's go ahead and save this project. Let's hop into Audition and start cracking some heads.